life is short. We only got one try at it. We did something really cool, really great. Let's just have fun with it and like not stress about if we get famous or something like that. Let's just have fun and get it out into the world because it's something cool that we did.
Yeah.
So
like if people read it, that's awesome.
That's kind of
otherwise, like we need to do something with this.
Yeah. So how many books? Where can you buy it?
We have it at a few local places. Like obviously it's on Amazon, and then we have it at the Bookhouse bookstore. We have it at Bethany Beach Books, Palette and the Page.
So do you know when one gets sold? Do you freak out every time one sells?
Yeah, whenever we get like a check in the mail, it's like ah!
I would be like, that's like the best thing ever.
Yes.
Yeah. How many have you sold? Do you know?
I don't know how many.
Offhand.
And I know like the book 2 just came out in
I like the colors.
February. Yeah, I think.
Oh, so this is like just out.
The end of January,
wow.
maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys have to sign. Will you sign these before you leave?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because downstairs I want to do. I have the shelves. I want to do a whole. Like I told you guys, the shelves just came in. I have to hang on the whole local book wall, and then your QR codes, so the guests can buy them because
Awesome.
all the guests want the local
Yeah.
people. You know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's opened up a lot of opportunities for us. Like we've done book signings, which is so exciting
Yeah,
for us.
How cool do you
Like,
feel when you're doing that?
Very cool.
Do you use a Sharpie when you're doing it?
No, we got
special
special
pens.
pens that are the right
course,
color, which I
we've
didn't
got
bring
we've
today.
got we've got purple pens for the first book, green pens for the second book, and blue
And I
pen
have a
for her soul to give.
Yeah, I need your signature.
Yeah, we had to get fancy.
Yeah. So how are you promoting? Are you also doing your own social media too for this?
Yes.
That part gets a lot, I think.
Yeah,
How are you managing it?
when I'm procrastinating for other things like editing, I do that.
You like okay?
Yeah, so
Yeah, I sprinkle in some posts here and there, but I'm not very good. I was the first one to have the different social medias, but I'm not very good at it.
But I'm the one that plays with it more. So we have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and then she made me get a TikTok page, which right now is literally just me playing with other videos because I don't know how to do
I don't
it.
get it. Like, I made one for the hotel, and I just don't know what the vibe is. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do on there.
Yeah.
What kind of content they want. Like
I think I'm having trouble
easier.
like I had so many people on Instagram, and like it's easy to find everybody on Instagram, and then like
Yeah,
I
where
can't
are they on
connect. Where
TikTok?
are
I
you?
know.
Right.
I don't have
I
any
can't find
friends on
them.
TikTok. I'm like, nobody likes this place.
You know?
Yeah.
Same.
Brutal.
But it's like no, we have to get a TikTok because if we ever want to get into book talk, we need to
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
be on TikTok.
Yeah, so
So-
she made me do that.
I like. Okay, so obviously you were into Lord of the Rings, and what else do you think was a really big influence for you guys?
Yeah, Charmed was the other one, and then
Yeah, it was like in one of
Yeah.
the. I just recently found like our original version of the first book.
painful.
It was
Painful.
so.
We had like voiceover on it, like a written voiceover.
I did a big
Like,
trailer.
It was terrible.
And
That sounds amazing.
And like
We thought we were so cool.
How old were you when you did that?
like
13.
Oh my god, you need to release that. People would love that. That's so funny. You're like, no,
no.
thank you. No way. Wait, what's the actress in Charm's name? What the heck's her name?
Which one?
I would say
Oh, yeah.
Alyssa Milano, Holly Marie Combs.
You need to send them the book.
Like, look what you did.
She did. That's a big deal. We'll tag them.
Like I'm pretty sure at one point one of the creatures or species was white lighter, and obviously we changed that because that's
Yeah, it veered
that's
off very
fair.
far from that, but
yeah.
Do you have a favorite character that you connect with?
Anna is my favorite character. She's kind of my character.
How come?
She had a lot of like she had to grow up a lot in like in book 1 she's by herself for a really long time, and she basically adopts this teenager that she finds who is a witch, and her name's Melody, and they just kind of have this family, and because Anna has lost her family and her realm, and so she kind of just you know.
I feel sad for Anna.
It gets better.
Okay, good.
And well, she's just very independent, you know, very very motherly, I guess, to Melody, and it's just a lot of fun for me to write her.
What about you?
Erin was always my go-to
Who's
character
Erin?
to write. So she's actually the face on the cover of the first book.
She's the other main character.
Yeah, she's another
Anna
main
is not
character.
the only main character.
Yeah, because it follows different point of views.
Yeah.
Oh, I love when books do that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's following kind of different storylines that interconnect.
Mm-hmm.
She was always my go-to writing, but Rio is totally my favorite character.
Rio.
Rio is the little character we brought that I stole from my son. But he shows up in book 2 and then is in the rest of the series, and he's a
Very
smart
sassy.
aleck.
Is he
And
based
I
off
love
of you?
him. I like writing
I feel
that.
like I get that vibe.
You know.
She's
Are-
very sassy.
Is anybody based off like anyone in your life?
When I feel like when we started, it was like, you know, Anna was based off of her, Erin was based off of me. We had another friend that like we based Melody off of, but from that that was like when we were
Completely
young.
evolved,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so no one.
Not anymore.
I always
Yeah.
wonder if like
Yeah.
we're somebody's secret, like like the evil person.
Yeah, I always joke with people like if you upset me,
You'll be.
I write, and
Right.
not all my
Well,
characters
you're
always
wrong.
survive. Like,
Oh my
but no.
gosh, that's just wild that you can even like. Do you have kids?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's first of all, life is just insane on its own
Yeah.
without starting a publishing company, writing 5 books, right? Now it's 5, or you probably wrote more.
yeah, and
Oh,
we both
This
have
one
more.
in particular, she's.
I don't even understand how, but it's in you. Like I just feel like that's something
Yeah,
that
I've
like,
always
yeah.
since I started learning to like read and write. I remember writing like poems, like
Mm.
because at that time it was like you had a computer class to start learning how to use the computer because that was a new thing because I'm old. But
Yeah.
so I remember like writing poems and taking them home. They were awful because I didn't know a lot of the English language, but you know,
But it was a start. And
That's
it's,
always
you know,
been
How
there.
old were you when you were doing that?
like I remember doing that in like first grade.
Yeah.
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 So
See, I don't remember what grade it was, but I still have the notebook. One of my school assignments was we had to write a swamp monster story,
Nice.
and that was like, oh,
You were
oh,
like,
so
this is it. I'm
This is
made
what I
for
do.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like, I was the nerd who wrote tons of fan fiction.
yeah, she wrote
Oh
the
my
fan
gosh.
fiction.
So much fan fiction.
I remember we had to write a story that they were gonna like publish, you know, in elementary school. And do you know what I did? I copied. Remember the rainbow fish?
Yes.
Yeah, I plagiarized the whole entire thing. Act like I wrote it. Copied the first grade, copied the rainbow illustrations and everything, and they were like, "No, like you're in trouble."
That's not how that works.
Yeah. I was always
If you were to
scheming.
I love that.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not as cool as you guys.
Yeah, I
You're
really
like
was
hopped out.
just like in school. I had the composition notebooks, and all of my teachers definitely thought I was like an avid note taker, and I was
It was
100%
all stories.
writing books.
Do you have all those?
Yes, I have them all
Aw.
saved, and they're like ripped to shreds now because they're so old.
That's
And
so cool. You need to
but-
like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, like document and put everything together.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think people would like to see that kind of stuff, like in a frame. You know, at your book signing, like this is where everything came from.
oh, I have
I'm
the
so
binder
interested in that.
mystifying.
Yeah.
It's definitely been forever.
Yeah.
I feel like with the
Yeah.
writing.
Do you have any teachers, like, did they know that that's what you were gonna do? Or people, like teachers that you liked or helped or influenced? Or no, you're like, I hate
No,
myself.
I had a boss that 100% knew that I was writing during downtime.
Wait, so what do you do? Like what? What's
now-
going on in your life?
Now I'm a
besides this?
preschool teacher.
Okay.
But I had a desk job where like I would get all of this work done, and then I needed customers to do other work. So
Yeah.
when I didn't have customers, I would write, and he 100% knew that I was writing, and would be like, "How's it going?" Like, fine, I'm working really hard.
What about you?
So I'm currently, like, it's not my plan for, you know, forever at this point, but I'm a therapist.
Nice.
I used to work in a group home where we had like while our clients were like at the day program, we had a lot of downtime, and one of my supervisors read one of the more recent renditions of Battle of Loigner. We debate on that. That is one point of debate that we have.
The point here.
How to pronounce book one.
Wait, what do you? What? I'm sorry. Okay, you say it,
Loigner.
and you say it.
Linear.
Are you guys joking? You can't.
We just accept that exists and keep going.
That is hilarious. I think that's hilarious.
We just say it quickly so nobody knows.
Let me just see what I would say. I would say loiner. Wait,
Loigner.
loiner.
Yeah, I'm
Say it again.
I'm in the wrong. Linear. But I don't care, I like it. That's how it is in
You
my
sound
head.
a little more fancy.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
They're
You
like-
just say it really fast. No, it is.
Now our secret's out there, Krista. You
Sorry.
love you've outed us there on that, but
Wait, sorry, I cut you off. So currently, group home.
Oh yeah, so one of my supervisors read it and gave some feedback and stuff, and then and I think I had a teacher in high school, or a couple of teachers in high school that read like the old terrible version of it.
no, I have a terrible story.
What?
About
Yes, tell us.
I'm
the first book I ever wrote, The Heart to Die For. I wrote it in a
I
notebook.
forgot about that book.
Because it's heartbreaking. I rewrote the book so many times, but I wrote it in a notebook. It was the first book I ever wrote from start to finish. I was so proud of it. I gave it to my English teacher, and it got stolen off of her desk, and she didn't even notice because she hadn't looked at it, and it was gone.
No.
Yes, so
Who?
I don't share my books.
Who has that book?
I don't
Who
know.
took it?
But I'm like, it was in a cute little notebook. Somebody just swiped it off of her desk.
Wait, what
I read
grade was
this
that?
in high school.
That
high
was in
school?
high school. That was middle school.
Maybe it was somebody who had like a crush on you and they still have it, and then they're gonna be listening to this.
So then I had to rewrite it from the beginning all
that's
over again.
heartbreaking.
So yeah. So then I never shared it with anybody else.
Anyone ever
It's
again.
like only friends. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I would love to help however I can. That's the whole point of like this is to help local authors, and like we had Lisa Unger, who's like she's out there, everybody knows who she is, but then I'm like, well, like that was really cool, but I would like to have people who aren't out there and like just getting started and need to share their name and want to do stuff like this. So I don't know where this will take us, but hopefully
it's exciting and
Oh,
fun.
I think
like-
it's such a fantastic thing that you're doing.
yeah,
This is so
I think it's gonna be the beginning of something cool.
And this place is so great.
Thank
I
you.
know. I can't wait to stay here.
You have to come stay. Yeah, definitely. You gotta check out the other rooms.
She's not planning on bringing me. She's planning on bringing her husband. Gosh.
What the heck? It's not a reservation.
Listen. We were talking about doing it for our anniversary.
When's
coming
your
up.
anniversary?
Is it next week? Oh my goodness, it's next week.
Yeah.
You have a big month.
It's
How
4
many
days.
years?
4.
4 years.
We got married the weekend that the world shut down.
That the world shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it
What
was
was
the
that
last
like?
hurrah. It was so surreal.
So weird.
So surreal because it was like we didn't really know
Right.
what was going
we
on.
didn't know.
Yeah.
It was like 10 days, flatten the curve.
Well, and this was even before they were talking about like it
Oh.
was like because I think Monday was when everybody's like, all right, you're staying home. Nobody's we're not doing anything. 2 weeks. And so, but like some people were aware that it was starting, and so like I was getting phone calls like, hey, I'm really sorry, but I don't feel comfortable with this. We're not we
Where
can't
was your
go."
wedding?
It was in Berlin, New Jersey.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there with my newborn.
Oh my God.
Like literally
How old
a
are
month
your
old
kids?
9 and 4.
and 2.5.
But right before her bridal shower, we had her bridal shower, and then the next weekend I had my second child.
You're really
like I was ready to pop.
go-getters and doing a lot.
We don't do things halfway.
No.
I love that. Either do I. Either do I. I literally was like, oh, well, I have an idea, but I want to interview authors. I'm going to do a podcast. And then, like, everything was on in
Ready
my
to go.
doorstep the next day. And then I'm like,
I
how
love
do
it.
I podcast? Google.
Where's the how-to books?
ChatGPT, tell me how to set up microphone. But that's amazing. I was just listening to another podcast, and It was John Maxwell, and somebody was asking him. He wrote a bunch of like the motivational books or whatever. Asking him like, how did you write this? And he was just like, yeah, I wrote it. There was no. You have to just start. And I feel like there's so much fear that people have that stop them, whether it's like writing or a million other things.
Right.
And it's just a total block and they can't get past that. So I commend you for just.
And I just drag her along. Like, no, we're doing this.
That's how I wish Jordy was here with me because I didn't grow up with her, but we've been friends for like the past 15 years. And we worked at Duffers, we bartended together, we served together, we made cakes together. And I was always like, then I got into real estate and I was always like, you're working with me. I know it. You're going to quit your job and you're going to come work with me. And she always ignored me and was like, no. But then finally last year I got her to. So she would have been here today, but we're always just like yelling at each other, freaking out of what we're going to do next, you know?
I love that.
Yeah, it's a good partnership to have someone.
Keep each other motivated.
Yeah, keep each other motivated. Yeah, exactly.
With love.
With love,
Yes.
always lead from love. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us. This is so fun.
Our first podcast.
Yay! Congrats!
I don't have
Congrats
the
on the
cancel.
books.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
We did good, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
We talked. We knew words.